What up, everybody?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey. Hello.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Miranda.
Hi, Jason.
Hi. How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, you like my hat? Go Colts.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Colts,
Go
what's that?
Colts. Yes,
Go.
yes.
Colts.
Go Colts.
Go.
They got
Colts.
a bad shake this last game, but it's cool.
Yep.
Go Colts.
Also,
Yep,
tis the season.
It is.
Go
it
Bears.
I'm like inverted, so I gotta figure out which
The
way to turn.
Bears.
The Bears.
No, not the Bears. I will
Oh, not
mute you
the
right
Bears.
now.
Oh,
Boom, you're
okay.
muted.
All right. So, okay. Go Colts.
I'll say it louder.
I'll mute everything. I'll mute every
The
microphone
show is
in
over
here.
already.
Yeah. No. So, yeah.
What
I
is
do.
your profession? Who is that anyway? What artist is the guy that
that
brings
is
us in?
Problems.
Problems.
Yes, he is out of West Terre Haute.
Terre Haute.
Tahoe.
Yeah, Terre Haute.
Whoop,
And,
whoop.
he's awesome. He brings us into the show. He takes us out of the
yeah.
show.
Thanks,
So,
Problems.
Yeah,
Thanks, Problems.
I've never been so
Thank
thankful to
you.
Problems before.
We love Problems.
we do. And
Introduce yourself, Miranda. You're on. I got your graphics on and everything. It says producer, promoter, host. Tell us about you.
hi.
We haven't done that in a
Hi.
while.
Oh,
Let's do the rounds.
okay. So my name, legitimately, yes, on my birth certificate is Miranda Monday,
It is not.
like the day
Oh,
of the week.
prove it.
Oh.
I don't believe it.
I am a manager, producer, promoter in the music industry. I've been doing behind scenes in the music for 20 years now.
Roadie.
So yes.
Band-Aid.
Band-Aid. Yeah, yeah. That's me.
Band-Aid.
No, wait. Let's go back. I'm nobody.
Oh, stop. You're
I'm
somebody.
nobody.
Stop it.
You're somebody, and gosh darn it, people love you.
I love you, Jason.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is awesome. So yeah.
Al Franken.
So,
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe.
Introduce yourself.
So I'm. Hey. I'm.
No, that is copywritten. That is trademarked.
Oh, I'm
You are not
sorry.
allowed
I'm
to do
sorry.
that. Wait, unless
I'm
you
sorry.
spelled it differently.
Yeah, you have to spell it
Hey.
Yeah.
H-A-Y.
There we go.
Hey. Okay, no. What's up, everybody? I'm Joe Kemp here on Monday Love.
Vocalist,
Hi,
producer,
Joe.
host says you're
Oh, yeah.
You're
Vocalist.
vocalist for who?
Vocalist for Hallville.
Hallville.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hallville.
Hallville. And not the neighborhood.
The Jewish band, right?
Who
Hanukkah.
put the fly in my suit? I don't understand. No, Hallville, the rock band here from Indianapolis, which is going to be performing this Wednesday,
Yes.
November 13th, for the Battle of Bands here at the Hi-Fi
Yeah.
Fountain Square. Great show.
Totally there.
Great show.
Great
Come
show.
out and help us win that
Fantastic show.
$10,000 in the tour van and record deal and everything else that goes along with it.
Absolutely.
So I produce with Boss Dog Studios and Boss Dog Radio,
Yeah.
Joseph Kemp Productions.
There.
Joseph Kemp Photography. You're like,
Yeah,
you got
there's
like
a whole
20
bunch of different
There's
branches that kind of
so
fell
much.
off.
You're like a little Facebook slut.
Oh, you
Oh,
slut.
sorry, I can't help it. Did you see the size of
I
his
slinked
pictures?
I did. I slinked it.
Did you see the size of his camera? It is amazing.
Okay, my turn.
Okay.
Jason.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jason Aaron. This is Studio J.
Studio.
That's all I got. No, it's not.
Studio J.
I've been producing
not.
video and TV and now podcast for 22 years. Coming up, November 27th is my 22-year anniversary of producing TV and video.
Wow,
and
dude.
stuff. That's all I've been doing.
Congratulations.
It's not a hobby. It's all I've been doing for so many years. I love it. I love what I do.
That is awesome.
Do you love what you do?
I love what you
I
do.
Do you guys
do.
love what you do?
I do.
I love it.
Good. Everyone should
love
love what
it.
they do.
Yes. Agreed.
I do love it. I do love
Absolutely
it. I
agree.
working out of my home studios. I've got a couple different rooms I use for studio stuff, but
Studio.
got a new show starting early next year, probably on RTV6 and or WFYI here in Indianapolis. So
Yes.
excited about that.
We got any insight on that?
No, that's it.
No.
That's all you
tease.
get.
You flipping tease.
That's all you get.
Dang it.
all you
Damn it.
Facebook slide.
I have just one question.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Yes.
What is that?
So
What
that
is-
is our lovely.
Why is it
wood
vibrating?
box and
Oh.
and talking stick and
How
that is
come we
actually
never
by
use the
Bill
talking
Gibson.
stick? You just
Wait,
keep
listen.
talking without.
Wait.
I keep talking.
Wait,
You're
shh.
fine.
Can you hear it? Oh, no, it's vibrating. You're right. You were joking. I thought you were joking, but you were serious.
So yeah, that's our lovely talking stick.
Oh,
And
what keeps beeping?
who did not?
I don't know.
Whose phone gets
That
dipped
is-
in the fish tank?
It's not. I'm
not
just
mine.
looking.
I don't know. Somebody's dinging.
Oh, somebody is dinging.
Ring a ding ding.
But yes, so that is
It's
our
really not
lovely
mine.
wood box and talking stick brought to us from Bill Gibson.
Bill
Woodwork-
Gibson.
Thanks,
Woodworking
Bill.
by Bill.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Bill.
That's
Bill's
our
great.
Bill. He is great.
There was that one
absolutely-
time in band camp.
Yes.
I
He
hope he
made
gets
great-
a lot of love because we give him a lot of love.
A
So
lot
I
of
hope he-
love.
Yes.
I hope he gets that love.
He absolutely.
Hope he feels the love.
Hopefully. I hope.
Feel the love
Feel it.
from
Do you
all
feel
that
it?
from all that wood. He has
Who's
a
our
lot,
Who's
lot
our
of
guest
big
tonight?
wood.
We got a couple
So-
of artists on tonight, right? Who
Yes.
who we talking to?
So we will be talking to Kyle Hinton, which is a.k.a. YARDCALL.
Yard call.
Yard-
Kyle. Wait,
call.
can anyone do the South Park Cartman doing Kyle? Kyle. Can you do it, Joe?
I usually can. Now that you said it, it threw me all off.
Oops.
Give me a little bit. I'll wait till he's on there and start doing
And then
some
break
weird
it out.
impersonation. Like, what's wrong with Joe?
What's
It's
wrong with
everything.
Joe?
Everything is wrong with
That's
Joe.
what this is normal Joe.
Normal
Yes,
Joe.
yeah.
Hi, Normal Joe.
Hi.
Bye, normal Joe. It was fleeting.
Oh, that was it. I just got
Oh,
blocked.
gosh.
Oh. And then we got our boys. Hell came home.
Yes.
Got Ree Thomas from them. I don't know if anybody
Hey.
else
I'm coming
sliding
home
in.
and all hell's coming with
Hell comes home.
And they're coming off just releasing a brand new album and all kinds of
Yes.
stuff. Yeah, we got some
Absolutely.
great stuff coming tonight.
How long does it take to release an album?
Ooh, from start. Let's see.
It
From start
depends.
in the studio.
Daunting task, right?
Writing in the studio, recording.
If you ask
mixing,
Tool, it was like
mastering.
13 years.
Or Guns N' Roses, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Yep.
Survey says, ding, wrong.
Yes. So yeah, so
look, look.
totally looking.
I can't wait till we're all drinking sponsored drinks up in here.
Right.
Hell
absolutely.
yeah.
Yes. Totally looking
Today's
forward to getting
episode is sponsored by Solo.
Solo. Solo.
YOLO.
She's solo.
So far it's just water, but someday we'll have sponsored drinks.
Some
Absolutely.
But
Yes.
you gotta hydrate. You gotta keep your whistle
Hydration.
wet.
So
Why is
yeah.
my
So who's our
whistle-
first
So,
guest? Because they're
we
not in
should
Zoom
have,
yet. I'm
Oh,
keeping an eye on it. So
where
I'm
are they
like,
at? I don't know.
we don't.
Oh, hello.
Speak of the devil, and the devil arrives.
And there he is.
Except we're not seeing your microphone, Yard Call. So
You
hopefully
need to, yeah, make sure that you
turn
have
on your little microphone. Or
that
do,
turns on.
This
Oh, I see it now. I have a microphone with an X. Now if I unmute you, I bet you'll be there.
and
And hey,
Can you hear us?
can you hear us yet?
I can hear you.
There you are.
All right.
Yay. Hi.
welcome to the show.
I can hear him. I'm not seeing no audio on our screen though.
audio. What do you mean?
The monitor. The
I
I
can.
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can hear you.
Maybe we can hear him. I don't know what you
That's
were
all
trying
right.
to see, Joe.
Yeah.
No, usually I can see his audio.
Do you
can
normally
hear you.
see sound? What kind of
I
LSD are you tripping on most of the
See
time?
sound.
dude,
Feel colors.
You'd be surprised. It's all
I
through the
would
air.
not be surprised.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
He's like, bloop.
Hi, Kyle.
What's up?
What's
What's up? What's up? How are ya?
Man, I'm good. I went riding on my motorcycle earlier. Me and my brother went up and got some chicken wings.
That sounds delicious.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So before we jump like right into the interview, would you like to do any shout outs, plugs, give your contact information? That way.
Yeah, man. I'd like to give a shout out to my homies. Number one, my boy Kale Hampton. I don't know if y'all know him, but he's involved with pretty much everything I do with music. Also give a shout out to my homeboy Wesley Green. Same deal. He's been involved with pretty much everything I've been doing. And another shout out to my homeboy Al Whitley. He plays guitar with me. So right off the top, I like to just show a little love to the people that rock with me.
That's
Right
awesome.
on. Right on.
As far as like to get in contact with me, it's just Yard Call at everything. Yard Call at Twitter, Yard Call at Instagram, YouTube, Yard Call. If you type my name into Google, Yard
Snapchat,
Call,
Facebook.
everything pops up. Facebook, all
Heck
that.
yeah. Heck yeah. That's awesome. So you said you were out riding on the bike earlier, huh?
Yeah, it's Veterans Day, man. My brother, he's a veteran. You know what I mean? He was in Iraq and everything, so
That's
we had to go.
awesome.
We had
Much
to go get
respect.
some wings.
Much respect.
Tell him we said thank you.
Absolutely, thank
Yeah,
you.
most definitely. And my brother, shout out, much love to my brother Corey Brown. You know what I'm saying? I give him a shout out too.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Corey. Thank you so much for your service.
What branch of the military?
he was a combat medic in the Army.
Oh, 91
Nice.
Bravo.
I don't know about the words, all them letters and stuff. Now. He can tell you that part. I don't know about that part.
All right, gotcha. All right, so you guys had a nice ride today, nice, cathartic, and soothing, and much love.
Most definitely.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
So it's not snowing where you're at, apparently, because we
Yes.
got
No,
snow
man.
that's literally coming down right now. In
Right as we
Indianapolis.
speak, we got inches dropping.
Yep.
And not any
Nah.
good inches.
So many inches,
Yep.
like at least
So
Georgia.
many
2
inches.
inches.
We don't never snow down here hardly.
That's right.
Where are
'cause
you
you're-
at?
Georgia.
Right on. What parts?
Man, I live in the middle of nowhere. About 28 miles outside of Macon, about 20 miles outside of Milledgeville, about 20 miles outside of Dublin. It's like in this little triangle of nowhere. You know,
I'm
I'm from
so
a
jelly.
small town. It's Ivy, Georgia, Wilkinson County, and
So
that's
jelly.
why I named the album "Straight Out the Woods" because that's what it is around here. It's just woods.
Yep.
Right on.
And I was definitely
Oh,
getting
yeah.
ready to ask you here in just a few where it came from, but since you have already told me, it's straight out the woods because it is you and just a very small team that has built this in what 3 years? I know your page goes back 3 years, but if you
Yeah,
would like
but
to,
I wasn't really doing anything before that. If you look, I used to do some stuff a long time ago. I put a couple of mixtapes out, and then I had to take a sabbatical for personal reasons and everything. And literally, I just dropped this album in December, so we only been at this for about a year and a half, really.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then okay. So I remember, God, it was about a year ago, and you had hit me up in PM, and that's honestly when I started watching your growth and your transition, and being able to watch you from
The treetops.
yeah, the treetops.
She's sitting in the tree
bushes,
right now outside your
in the
window.
bushes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're like a mile away, looking at you through a. Anyway,
Binoculars.
I don't know. Why did he take it that way?
yeah. But yeah, so just what you have been able to build, and it's just you and a very small team. So
Yeah.
major props to you and your team because it's really hard out here if you're not
pimp.
backed for a pimp for a pimpet. But it's really hard out here if you're completely independent. The good thing is you started off with a good solid foundation. So being able to start with a solid foundation like that, you have been able to grow in your own right to even to the point that Muddy Beats actually said that could very well be a visual of things coming for the future of country rap. So major props, like people who are are paying attention. So that's awesome because you don't have to. It's just you and your small foundation, which is what's more important than anybody getting signed by any record deal or any label or anything like that.
Well, legitimately, people say, "Oh, I'm independent," but like those same people will have, big name producers, or they'll have like mid-level record labels, or they'll have like a manager or a promoter or something like that. When we say we're independent, we're really 100% independent. Like we do all the recording, we make all the production, we shoot all the videos, I code the websites. We literally do 100% of everything in house, and we're more than happy to sell those services to anybody who's in need of it. I know I haven't gotten extraordinarily famous since the album dropped. You know what I mean? It ain't even been a whole year yet, but anybody looking to grow an independent fan base, I I mean, when I started, I had less than 1,000 people following me on Instagram. I got almost 20,000. You know, I had nobody following me on YouTube. Nobody, you know, it wasn't. It's really been 100% out the mud, and it's been with no backing from anybody, with no real promotional budget to start out with. I mean, it really is been 100% organic. So the main thing I got to do is just thank all the fans of my music and everybody that's listening to it. I got well over 200,000 streams, which is not a lot to some people, but you know, when nobody knew you when you first dropped the album, that's quite a bit, you know. And
It absolutely is.
that's all from people telling friends and showing love. I hadn't done one show in conjunction with that album drop. I got into a motorcycle wreck just a couple of weeks after the album dropped, broke 2 ribs in my hip, so I couldn't have done a tour right off the rip, even if I wanted to. So literally, all of the hype has been 100% fan driven, and that's awesome, man. That's a kind of showing love that I wouldn't have ever expected. So I give a shout out to everybody that supports me.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to throw up the Facebook page up there, full screen. Let's encourage everyone to get on over there and like the Yard Call Facebook page.
Yep. Like and follow the Yard Call Facebook
Do it now.
page.
Drop a little comment
Do
too.
it now.
Do
Yeah.
it now. Do it right now,
do
guys.
Do it now.
Come on,
Do
guys.
it.
Do it. And I'm sure you can get to the website and Instagram and all the other things from there.
Yes. Yes.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
And then you did the title track, which was Straight Out the Woods, and you have just on YouTube alone, you have over like 11,000 views on that one. So I can only assume that behind the scenes, what we don't get to see is how many streams you have on this, that, A, B, C, X, Y, Z platforms.
Right. Yeah. It's the streams on the streaming sites way better than the views on YouTube. Which to be honest with you, this being I guess you would call it my freshman album or whatever, the first release I put out, commercially like that. I didn't really know what to expect. The video's got like it's like 11,000 and something views on YouTube, and I think it's got like 25,000 views on Facebook. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
I think it's got like 25,000 views on Facebook or something. But yeah, the streams on the streaming sites are way better. So
right.
It's been really cool, man. It's been real cool.
So that's totally awesome.
I just followed you on Instagram. No big deal.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
What?
Carries a lot of weight, that one.
That one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe, for shooting everything out. That's awesome.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. So
yeah.
so I know what Yard Call means. If let me ask you, where did Yard Call come from, and why did you go with that name?
So in my late teens and early 20s, I was a bit of a troublemaker, and I got into a bit of a trouble. And my homeboy at the time, Rick, shout out Rick Sims. They called him Rick Money back in the day. He started calling me Yard Call because he said I must really like Yard Call for some reason because I kept getting in trouble. And anyway, it just kind of stuck, man. Everybody started calling me Yard Call, and that wasn't really what my nickname was back then, and it just kind of stuck. And it was probably a good, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years before I got in the studio. And by that time, that's just what everybody was calling me. So I just used my nickname as my stage name,
I love it. I think it's awesome. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
I had to, in my mind, I had to revamp that a little bit. So I come up with an acronym for it, instead of just regular old Yard Call.
Okay.
And I come up with a little acronym, you always ride or die because cowards ain't living life.
I love that. You always ride or die because cowards
Ain't living life.
ain't living life. I really like that. That's awesome.
I do like
Yeah.
that.
Hell yeah.
Yardcall.com up on the screen now.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Which, if you look in the upper right-hand corner, you will see all the links to the various sites: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever that little star is. And you see, what is that little star?
And there's a little calendar section up there where I post dates and stuff. But I gotta revamp that because
Nation.
I wound up having a kid, and so I got a little bit behind on some of that stuff. But we got
Kids will
some
do
more
that to
stuff
you.
coming real
Yes,
soon.
they will.
I hear. I don't know. I don't have any kids. So.
So, like, you said you ended up having a kid.
Yeah.
So, would you go into any more detail about that? Like,
When a boy and a girl love each other very much.
Like I didn't mean that like I ended up with some kind of like I'm married with kids. You know what I mean? I'm a family man.
yes, there we go. That's what I was shooting and aiming for.
When a boy and a girl love each other very much.
Let me rephrase that. I was blessed by God with another child into my family. That's what I should
There
say.
we go. There we go.
I was walking down the street and this kid just kind of followed me home.
Right.
I guess I'll make
it,
you mine.
it happens.
I guess I'll feed you.
Yeah. What's your social
It's not
security
by
number?
happenstance. It was planned. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's awesome. So it's. I know you said that you had a guitarist. Do you tap into any other types of artists or musicians for?
Well, the thing is, I've got a really great set of friends. On this first album, it was basically just me and Kale and Wes on the production, just us three. I've got another EP that I just finished up. It's not for release yet, but we're still doing the mix and the master and everything on that. And that's another one that was just Kale on production. And in his own rights, he's getting out really well as a producer. Also, there's another EP in the works with the same guy that's been producing for the Boondock Kings. He's been a friend of mine for probably 15 years, Dan Tron McBride. So as long as nothing goes wrong with that, we'll be releasing that. And then there's two other producers that have hit me up, and we hadn't started working on projects yet, but I'm going to keep their names off the air right now until we get everything solidified. But I got two other producers I'm supposed to be working with after that, and two other artists that have been hitting me up about.
Come on, give us an exclusive right now.
Exclusive.
Come on.
We want to know.
I can't tell you yet, not till we start
Okay.
getting the first tracks.
Okay, can I
Can't or you
get
won't.
can I get an exclusive later?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Oh, hell yeah.
Awesome. I'm all
Is
about
that
that.
straight vodka in that big jug that you got there?
Oh no, man, that's straight water, man.
Oh, he was out on the bike today. He needs
bike.
to
Hydrating, huh?
hydrate.
Yeah, I'm rehydrating.
That's not typical. Most people, while they're on their show, they're drinking like straight shots and
Yeah.
liqueur,
Yeah,
including us.
I'm a biker, not an alcoholic.
There we go.
Wait, you could be a biker and drink alcohol, just not at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, no,
Let's not put
definitely,
those
definitely.
together.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you by chance have any sponsors you would like to acknowledge?
I would love to acknowledge all the sponsors, except I ain't got none. It's all
Aquafina.
100% independent, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Aquafina. Absolutely.
Yeah, cut the check, Aquafina. You know what I mean? I drink. If I was going to say any water, cut the check, Smart Water, because y'all.
There we
smart,
go.
right?
Yep,
Catch
smart
up.
water,
You know?
vitamin water. Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
catch up.
that's what's up. Yup.
But
So
yeah, that's what's going on right now. Like I said, I got a few projects in the mix, and I got a lot of videos left to shoot. I'm behind schedule on what I wanted to release video wise, but it was because of that accident I got into, so I had to get on the mend.
yeah, you have to acclimate. Absolutely, you have to. First and foremost, your health and well-being is number one.
Oh, yeah.
And then while you're physically healing, I know your mind, being the artist that you are, your mind is probably just racing and going crazy, like this, that, this should already been done. But maybe at this stage where you are right now, you needed to be able to sit down and mentally focus on how you want to go, where you want to go.
Well, I would say this, I think everything happens for a reason. I'm one
Absolutely.
of those people that believes that, there's a higher purpose and plan to things. So I think the good Lord just set me down for a minute so I could revamp and kind of focus my direction. And the great thing was that the buzz, concerning the album never really died down. And I was worried about that happening before I got back on my feet, but it didn't. So
Yeah, no, because that goes back to you have an amazing foundation, where when you end up having to sit down and those who you have lit in your inner circle and the foundation you have created are able to pick up where you can't, that really shows you who you need to focus on as far as your diehards, the individuals that are there regardless. Like, you don't have to shout out their name. You don't have to, throw stupid amounts of money at them. It's all because of them being able to recognize real and understand that you are a more advanced soul than most people will be able to understand.
well, the whole album, if you listen to it from front to back, I would like to kind of I would categorize it as more like redemption music. Every song on there's got a story. Every story on there is connected to my life in some kind of way. It's either something I lived through, did, or saw, sat through. And
Right.
so a lot of people have hit me up and told me that the main thing driving them back to listen to it was the fact that they could relate to the songs that were on the album. And on the back end of it, looking at it, I guess in retrospect, I guess that was a real good move to make when I was writing. So
Right. And I'm sure with being artistic and creative like you are, the whole time that you were healing up physically from the accident, your mind was probably like didn't stop, like went into hyper overdrive, didn't it?
oh yeah, I mean I was laid up, so I didn't have anything to do except sit back and make beats and write songs. I got way more written than I'm actually about to release. So
That's awesome. So you said that you write beats. So as
yeah,
far
I make some beats, but mostly what I do is just sing and write and rap. I can do everything though. I can engineer, I can shoot videos, I can edit websites, read code, whatever. I know how to do all of it.
and see, that's awesome. You are like a quadruple threat.
Yeah.
That's awesome because you are a you are a kit and caboodle all in and of yourself. Like, most people don't know how to do that. Like, they can rap or they can write or they can sing or they know promotions, marketing, stuff like that. But like all of the gifts that you have and actual knowledge, like, you could be kicking down some knowledge to some of the younger guys.
I always thought that was very critical critical in my success. Doing this for 20 some years, I know all aspects of video production. So shooting, editing, and it allows you don't have to rely on anyone. You can do it all yourself. You can handle your own business. You don't have to worry about relying on somebody else that might not be reliable. So I get that aspect for sure.
That's
Like,
yeah.
literally, I ain't trying to. If you look at the last video, the one I just dropped for gripping my jaw, like 90% of the whole video, not only was I in the video, but I also was shooting the video at the same time. So, like, every camera move, every different setup, I did all that 100% by myself.
See, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Not too many people are able to say that they can handle everything like that.
Yeah.
So in situations like that, you have, oh, there it is.
Gripping my jaws, playing
There
behind you.
we go. Yeah. Can you turn it for just a second, Jason?
Turn it.
Turn it up.
It's on the other computer.
Oh, gotcha.
Wait, can I
Okay.
do that? Let me
Yeah.
see if I can do that. Let's see.
Look at that
Let's
way behind you.
Let's see here.
There we go. Ah,
Yeah, I don't think I can.
there we are.
Okay.
there we are.
Go the yellow brick road. Go the yellow brick road.
I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
But so that is that fourth fourth or no? You shot. Okay, how many videos have you shot?
So far myself, I've shot 3. I shot the one for Wilco several years ago, which was on a mixtape I did with DJ Butterbeans before he got back incarcerated, and then I did a video for Straight Out the Woods and the video for Gripping My Jaw. But I got several more that I'm in the middle. I'm halfway through shooting another one, and I got 2 more off of this album I'm gonna drop.
Ooh,
And then
you're
I'm starting on the next EP's videos.
heck yeah. That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Hell yeah.
It'll be quite a lot of video coming out from me and the whole camp. And the other thing is the other guys on my camp too. It's not just me. They all got their own studios. You know, if they don't have video equipment, I got video equipment. If I don't, you know, whatever we got, we're just working in a team fashion like that. You know, and everybody's building their own followings at the same time. So, you know, there ain't no telling what might jump off in the next year with us because we got a lot of irons in the fire.
Was that a real traffic stop with a police officer behind you?
It was
It's a real cop car. The whole scenario is real. The only difference is it's not live in effect at the moment. You know
Oh,
what
okay.
I mean?
I was like, man, that guy's dedicated. He's like, I'm just gonna speed. I'm gonna go 90 and a 35, break the law, and I gotta get this footage.
yep.
Now, well, actually, you know,
Actually, I was like, I wish I had a friend like that.
Now that
That's
you
what
mention
I
it.
thought. Yeah.
no, actually, I've known the guy, the guy that's the police officer. I've known him for years. He locked me up back in the day, so that's all good.
Oh wow, it came first circle. Like there's a full circle there.
Yeah, it came
Nice.
full circle.
Wow,
We
that's
can all play
awesome.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's that's so cool. Sorry, just there's I thought you threw me off, Jason.
Oh, it was Jason that threw you off.
Yeah, it was Jason because I looked at that and I'm like, oh, I know a couple friends that could. Ooh, no. But yeah.
So all those years when you were young and, you know, getting into trouble paid off because then you had a police officer you could
Well,
hey, you want to be a
Hey, you remember
video?
that one time,
Remember
man?
that
I
one
need
time?
you
That
out
one
here.
time.
Can you do the lights? Can you do that lights thing?
I'll be honest with you, man. Legitimately, it kind of upsets me to hear some of the stuff that some people make, because I spent a long time making like mixtapes and stuff that glorified, you know, breaking the law or whatever, you know, living life in the fast lane. And looking back on it, man, I don't condone any of that. I think now, the way I'm situated now, you got to give positivity back into the community, and you got to feed positivity back into the kids because they got so much negative stuff that they're hearing constantly. If you listen to what's going on the radio right now, what's coming out from half of the people that are out right now, man. I mean, you got all these big name artists that talking
Don't.
about things they hadn't lived through, half of them, and they're pushing a negative mind frame on the youth, and they're not telling them the truth about what it is. You know what I mean? They're sugarcoating the whole thing and acting like, oh, it's all good. Well, you know, in the state of Georgia right now, 1/4 of the population has been in some position inside the penitentiary system in Georgia at all times.
Right. Yeah, and it ends up being a vicious circle. I'm actually worried about like the next generation. Because regardless of whatever they are in the institution because of the vicious circle, not too many people have the type of mindset to break those. And I'm more so worried about our future and how it's going to turn out being then in 10 years and in 20 years. Because let's be honest, we're just now starting to see the effects of, you know, what the drug crises in the 80s and the 90s are putting out.
Yeah, but what you're really seeing is not the effect of a drug crisis, in my personal opinion. What you're seeing is the effect of really, really bad policy. If you look at what's happened in our country, it's not a matter of whether or not the country believes that a certain substance is wrong or right. There's a pharmaceutical version of every illicit substance that's on the street right now.
Absolutely.
And all you got to do is go to whatever psychiatric doctor and they'll prescribe you whatever. The problem is that the government has basically got it set up where they want to be your dealer. And that's my personal opinion. I'm not advocating drug use at all. What I'm saying is that this system of jailing people because of a bad habit they got and throwing lives away is doing nothing but tearing down families in this country.
Absolutely.
And there's other countries that have decriminalized drugs or changed the stance that they've had on these illicit drugs, and then put money back into rehabilitation programs, change the way that they're running prison systems to stop throwing people away, but to actually rehabilitate these people. And I don't understand why we can't adopt some of that in America, because what we got going on right now, it don't work.
It doesn't. And it's continuing to not work. And it's that, but that's the thing. When it doesn't work for us laymen's, it works for the higher ups. It works for the institutions. It works for the medical field. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Who you calling a layman?
Got close to getting on a rant there. My bad. Sorry. But yeah, it's not okay for the individuals who have already lived through this, and it's continuing to get thrown up in individuals' faces, and the headache, the anguish, the what it does to families it's really sad.
Well, you gotta look at
everybody involved.
If you wind up getting in trouble in this country, that's it. You carry a mark on your name forever.
Yep.
And the rebound that they expect you to do to get over that is insurmountable. I mean, you're looking at whatever the time they give you, whatever the paper they give you, whatever the fines they give you, after all that's said and done, okay, then if you got a felony on your name, you can't get a job anywhere. So they expect you to be able to employ yourself. And if not, then most of these guys wind up going back to prison. And it's real sad.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
after so long of getting institutionalized and things, it becomes easier to stay in than actually just coming out and trying to go all over those obstacles and making your way through that. I mean, it's I have a very dear friend of mine. He was just in the wrong place, the wrong time. It wasn't even him, and he's 44 years old, and he's still got a felony on his back, and he wasn't even involved. And it took him a long, long time to be able to get a job that he's able to provide for his family and comfortably live. I mean, I think he's doing well now, but I mean, 20-something years of obstacles is not realistic for most of the country.
My previous TV show, we had a sponsor, an attorney's office that sponsored the show. And one of the things that I learned from them, because we did, monthly segments with them, is that you can actually get a one-time expungement of your record. A lot of people don't know that. So, if something...
That's if it could cost you up to $5,000 or so for that. And that's if the judge will actually grant it after you pay the fees. You can pay the fees and not even get it done.
Okay, I wasn't trying to get into all that, but some people don't even know
I was
that's
just
an
throwing
option.
that out there.
Hey, Debbie Downer. Jeez.
I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
my boy was looking in, get into it, and he had that speech thrown at him, so I thought I'd throw it too. I'm sorry, Jason.
I had one bit of knowledge to drop on Monday Love, and you screwed it up.
But
that's the first time you spent.
Even with that, what he's talking about is an adjudication of your case after the fact, where they get rid of your felony charges or whatever. But even after that, if they get rid of that, you still have the arrest rap sheet. You know what I mean? So
Paper
even
trail.
after spending all that money,
It's gone. The expungement is like it's gone. It never happened.
But there's that initial, if you have like Republicans, I'm talking about as far as newspapers, Democrats, Republican, all of that, there is still a track record. It still says the police report.
I wasn't trying to get all political, Miranda Monday.
It wasn't,
You guys, like, that's the last time I ever tried to drop some knowledge.
No, because I want to learn, because there are absolutely different aspects of it. Like, you can get it, like you said, you can get it adjudicated, or you can get it expunged, or you can get it dropped to a misdemeanor. I mean, like, there's a lot of different facets, but there's still that paper trail. There's still out there somewhere where it says, oh no, this happened, that happened, and it's the opinion of someone else.
If enough time has passed, it'd probably be pretty hard to, like, because everything's digital now. So if it's expunged and it's gone, then, like, it's probably gone. But who knows? I don't know.
Well, that's like,
I suppose if you want to find some dirt on someone, there's always maybe a way. But I don't know.
Okay, all right. So let's get even deeper. So in the state of Indiana,
She said deeper.
when you get arrested for a felony, they automatically take your DNA and they put it away in wherever it
altered
is.
carbon.
No, I'm being serious. And you have to petition to be able to have your DNA pulled. That's not saying
How about you pull my DNA? Had to be said. Someone had to say.
You went there.
Yeah,
You went there.
You started
He
it.
pulled
I
it.
did.
She
It's
pulled
my
it.
Where are
fault.
we? What show
Yank
is
my
this?
doodle is a dandy.
I am so sorry,
Attorney
Kyle.
Monday?
I am so sorry, Kyle.
This is Law by Monday.
It's joking. It's all good.
It's all.
No, so okay, so what are your plans in, like, the near future, within the next year? What do you want to do, and how can people support you in doing it?
It's really hard for me to lay some concrete stuff down. I got a show coming up in December over in Bon Air at Pub 96, and I got a booking agent that's he's working with some people in the area to get me some local stuff. I got another guy I'm in talks with on some national stuff, and I got another guy I'm in talks with on some international stuff. But I can't say 100% any of it's gonna fall through because the paperwork ain't all signed on everything. So hopefully, I'll be coming to a city near you everywhere. But the one problem with not being signed to a major is when a lot of people don't understand what happens. A lot of these touring promoters, they contact you up, and a lot of the smaller artists out there, people that are even below where I'm at or whatnot, they hit them up and they start shooting these ideas that they need to buy on to this and buy on to that. So if you're not a major artist, they try to finagle a bunch of crazy stuff with you. And I'm not having to deal with anything like that, but I know some guys that are right now, and I'm gonna speak on it while I'm on y'all's show. I also know some other artists and people that have been in the industry for a while, man, that are touting that like that's good practice, like that's what happens, and a lot of people don't know what all I've done. I've been a radio station DJ. I've been a bouncer at clubs. I've been a club promoter, so I know about talent buying. I do some DJing on the side now, mostly for like cancer benefits and bike rallies and stuff like that, things that give back to the community and whatnot. But I know pretty much every level of this game, and there ain't no level of the game where extorting another artist is, one, good, two, should be considered kosher, any kind of way.
No, honey, I call them parasites. They're called parasites.
All
they
right,
have
calm
to
down,
thrive
Miranda.
off
Calm
of
down.
other individuals.
Do you need your medicine?
I do. Could you guys hook
my
a girl
God.
up? Like, oh my God.
Renee, another shot of medicine. Renee, another shot of medicine.
Syringe!
But no, yeah, you're absolutely fucking right. There are people out there who.
She's still going.
Yes, I am. It's because that's what he's talking about. People who have been taken for a ride that wasn't necessarily a good situation. It's not okay. Promoters, producers, managers, people who might be just in the fucking mailroom at BMI.
She's attacking people in the mailroom now.
No one in particular. If you feel butthurt over the situation, it probably applies to you. But individuals who thrive off of other people, that's a parasite. It's not okay in this business, and there is more parasites in this business than anyone right now is willing to admit. So I know exactly what you're talking about right now, Kyle.
Yeah, well, you give me a moment to talk on your little public platform. I'm gonna
Yep.
talk. I'm gonna
Come on.
talk on it. You know what I mean?
Little.
Yep.
Because
No.
You're huge.
it's really sad. It's sad to the point where an artist like me, uh, not even reaching out to be a part of anything like that, would get hit up and propositioned to buy some sort of spot on some sort of perceived concert. The best idea I can put out for it is what I just watched happen. I think it was in Arizona or whatever, that Sandbox Festival. I don't know the people that were involved with it or whatnot, but I do know contracts and I know how stuff works.
Yep.
And I know if you got contracts on the artist, they don't just pull out of a huge festival like that. So everybody that paved their way into that through money, that's a ripoff. You know
Yes.
what I mean? And I don't know those people, but I
I'll never
watched it
pull
happen. Everybody watched it unfold.
Yes, we
There's
did.
been some local promoters around the area that have got called out for just being janky promoters, and there's just so much of it going on. It's such a prevalent thing that if somebody's got to stop and say, hey, man, the buck stops here, man. You know what I mean? Like, stop trying to tell these people that you're more than you are. I mean, why front? There's no point in front. Nobody is not going to get you this fake clout idea that people got out here, man, that if I just get with this person or if I just get these in front of this crowd of people, no, man, that's all fake. What you need to do, and I tell people this, they hit me up. I have young guys hit me up on Instagram, young guys hit me up on Facebook. Hey man, how should I build a fan base? Now I don't have no millions of fans, you know what I mean? It's not like that. But I tell them, you got to hit everybody up, everybody that hits you up, talk to them individually, be a personable person,
Yep.
when you put out a video, don't just talk about some goofy goofball stuff, you know what I mean? Actually talk about what's going on, ask people what's going on. When you put posts
sure.
out, be interactive. A lot of people think that if they got more people following them on Instagram or something than what they're following, even if it's 10 people, that's going to look like they're growing or something. Man, that's not how you build. And anybody that's a artist just starting out, anybody that might be watching this that wants to be an artist or anything like that, I'm gonna be giving some advice here real soon. I decided I was gonna do that a while back.
Yard
But
call confessions.
the main piece of advice I'm gonna give anybody right now is find whatever niche you fit into, man. If you're a country rapper, if you're a country singer, if you're a hip hop artist, whatever, you know what I mean, whatever you do, if you do acid rap or whatever, find that niche, find the people that listen to that type of music, and then start interacting with the community.
Yep.
That's what you do. That's how you build.
Well,
And,
and people think that, like, in this age of viral videos and stuff like that, that you're going to drop like one video that has a cat running by, that's going to like do it. Building an audience takes
Long
months.
time. Months, years.
Minimum months, years, yeah, and everyone just wants that like immediate
Instant gratification.
wants to get there right now. And it's like, man, if you don't have the patience to build that audience, then like this ain't for you, because you don't have the patience to to do what needs to be done.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah.
I had a young man arguing with me last night, and he was like, I want you to put me out. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. And I was like, look, legitimately, I'm not going to bear the cost of what you're trying to do.
Right, exactly.
And I told him legitimately exactly how much it would cost him to do what he needed to do, where he needed to start from, and not from a standpoint of him paying me, from a standpoint of him standing in ownership after it was over with. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
Sure.
he was like, man, that's too much money. I said, well, then you need to get out of this game.
Yep. Absolutely,
if
right
you
now.
don't- This is not a cheap thing to do. It's not a game. It's if you're getting into it and you're not willing to put forth some investment in time, effort, and money, then you might as well quit. Everybody can rap.
Not some, all your time.
Everything. All of your
Yes.
extra time. You're no longer sleeping 8 hours a night. Like,
What's 8 hours?
right.
Sleep.
All. Your everything. Every ounce of your being and your core. There is no more individuality. It is the persona. Because there's a lot of people who are not true to their persona. So I will say persona, because not too many people are like completely true all the time. And it happens, and I get it for the most part. But if you're trying to invest in yourself, really, what's that monetary like gap? When do you stop investing in yourself?
I don't think you ever stop investing in yourself.
In reality, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I can
Every
see,
day.
I
Every
can
day
see
you
there
invest in
being a
yourself.
monetary, like, at this point, I've put so much money in this, and I'm not seeing an outcome. Then maybe you need to adjust or reformat or something. But
Yep.
I mean,
More
you
time.
can never, or more time. I mean,
Yeah.
how to invest in your future? If this is the career you're going to want, you're going to have to fight, and you're going to have to put in that time.
There's a lot that artists need to be educated on that they don't realize. Above and beyond learning the music business, and having a performance rights organization representing you, having everything copywritten, having everything legitimately distributed, ISRC code, all the back end stuff. Even after you get out of that, and then like being able to write, record, produce, being able to shoot videos, edit videos, being able to graphic design. I mean, you got to be familiar with probably 10 or 15 different pretty large knowledge based programs. You know what I mean? Like not simple things that you like phone apps that you can just edit something real quick. I mean, you got to have a lot of time. I mean, it's like 10,000 hours to perfect anything. Well, if you're gonna be an independent artist, then you need like 10,000 hours to perfect each individual thing, and you got like 100 things. You got it's ridiculous, how much you need to know. But the main thing is they need to know internet commerce and how things work on the net now, and that's a ever evolving. The
interwebs, as the children call them.
Yes, the interwebs. But let's go back to all right. I'll yank a cord. We are taking economics and too much stuff out of our schools where people should know how to.
It's all about the state standards.
Take care of
to make their numbers right.
Yep. So if the ones who are like graduating now and like a year ago, so like what I would consider youngins, because I'm like old as fuck, they really don't know how the financial backing is and where you have to start, because they're all about that, again, instant gratification. They're not about building what needs to be. They're all about, I'm here, this is what I think about my stuff, and nobody can tell me otherwise. Which, don't get me wrong, I was invincible one time. Yeah, one time I was invincible, so I get it. But for them to be, jumping right out the gates and looking at specific artists, like I'm just gonna go out there and be like, okay, so Eminem. People looking at Eminem and they're like, oh, I can do that. Oh, I can be that. And they could ultimately be, but they don't want to put in all the work and headaches and finances of it. So people who are coming to you who see you have all of that already taken care of, they're like, oh, how can I hurry up and skip chapter 1 through 33 and get to chapter 34 where you're at? I can understand, Kyle. I can. I've been a hit up before.
I mean, you go into the little leagues and the rec balls for the kids and the different things, and they're earning. They get the I participated awards instead of working hard to get the achievement.
Don't even get me on that.
It all plays in a factor.
They really does.
They think they're entitled. They lose the idea of you have to work to get wherever you need to go. It's a whole new future where the kids think this is what you get. I want this. Why don't I have it? And you got to work. Oh well, screw that. I'm going to sit down and play Fortnite. And and don't get me wrong, games are what it is. It's just that's a different world. But the kids need, especially the new ones coming. There's got to be a work that they're not doing. They have to be pushing to get to something, whatever the goal is. If you're a hip hop artist, or if you're a rock artist, or whatever it is, you're going to have to work. It's not a freebie. And they see all the glam and glory, but then they're like, oh, hell, you mean you got to practice, and then you got to market, and you got to get photography, and then, flyers? Oh, what do you mean?
And
what?
yeah,
Oh, you got to
absolutely.
work?
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be getting hot chicks, and no.
And doing drugs,
it's
hot
work,
chicks,
right,
and
and
getting
drugs.
fucked up all the time.
I'm going to get me some lean. I'm going to lay over. No, it ain't about that, you know. But that's our future kids, you know. And then, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean every single kid is coming out without, a good idea what work's about. But the majority of kids are expected to have something laid in their hand.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, but I ain't gonna sit here and say it's worth it at the end of the day. I mean, it's nights in the studio with no sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, and then getting up and going back to work. You know what I mean? It's nights. It's late days getting off of work and then going and rehearsing all night long, and then basically getting no sleep, doing it again just to get ready for a show that you're gonna do at night. Get no sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a 24/7 gig, and a lot of people don't realize what they're getting into. You know what I mean?
Nope, because they just want to be famous and everything is going to rock right here, right now, and yeah. So that's why I like to, like, I consider myself a fan of the fans. I don't care who's rocking, who's rolling, whatever. The fans, if it wasn't for the fans, nobody would be here. Nobody.
Yeah. If you don't have fans, I mean, who are you playing for? I mean, you can play for yourself for enjoyment, but you want to share your love. You want to share your art.
Exactly. So, I don't claim to be a musician or an artist or a rapper. I've always done behind the scenes.
DJ Monday.
Not. So where you and I differ, Kyle, is, you get out on the stage and you rap and sing. As far as everything else, like, I can relate for the most part. I'm not going to say that I can relate 100% because you come from a different perspective, because you started off being an artist who ended up having to figure everything out.
I mean, but really, man, I'm really a jack of all trades. I mean, like, I started out being an artist, but to be honest with you, I started out assisting a friend of mine with his studio. And then I started doing some engineering while I was still writing before I ever really started, getting in front of the mic. And then at the same time, I was running sound at some shows, and I just kind of got involved with all of it all at once. I was, when I first started doing mixtapes and stuff, that was back when MySpace was jumping. So I took like almost 10 years off
Right.
before I even,
Right. And going back to MySpace, most people won't even know what that is.
I know. It was a different era.
But that is the beta.
for sure.
That was the beta testing. We were a bunch of fucking idiots that fed into other individuals' monopolies.
You speak for yourself. I wasn't an idiot.
You didn't get into MySpace?
Yeah, but I wasn't an idiot.
You were
He
an
was-
idiot. That's a
he
beta
was
test.
in
He was
it.
an idiot. We was all okay. So anyone born in the 80s and early 90s
I
who went through
wasn't
the
an
beta
idiot.
testing
an
of the
idiot.
MySpace.
I wasn't an idiot.
Born in
either.
'74.
She's by herself.
Yep.
All right,
Can't
I'll
relate.
take that.
Can't relate.
I will wear that. Yeah, I will take that. But
Hey, I'm gonna step out for 1 second. I'll be right back. Can you do that?
okay.
Well, this might be a good time to go. We got Reed on the line, so
Yeah,
this might be a good
oh.
time to say goodbye to our friend and transition over to.
Let's do that. So where can we contact you? Yard call?
Oh, I mean, anybody can hit me up on any of these social media platforms. You know what I mean? I'm at Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that. Just at YARDCALL. I mean, anybody
So
can
easy.
hit me up on any of that. I literally I check out all of them. You know what I mean? I know that's a daunting task, and most people don't think that. But
Yard
if
call,
I-
one word, no spaces.
Most people have social media managers, and us, we don't. We handle it all on our own. So Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, all at
Twitter, TikTok,
There's
all
the
that stuff.
YouTube.
Like every single person, if you get an email from me, that's really me giving you an email. So ain't no
Oh,
sense
yeah.
in like sending me 4 emails back saying, "Hey, dude, are you some sort of bot?" No, I'm not. It's me.
Right.
It's me.
That's awesome. So thank you so much
Thanks for hanging with
for
us.
sure.
for giving us
Thanks
your
for the
time.
great interview, man.
Thank
No,
you
I
for
appreciate it, man.
kicking down some knowledge my way.
Can I drop a couple of things before I get out of here?
Yes,
You sure
absolutely.
can. You sure
All
can.
right, so I want you guys to be on the lookout. I got another EP. It should be dropping within the next 2 months. I don't have an exact date on it yet. We're still doing the mixing and mastering. I'm gonna be dropping at least 3 more videos off of the album that's out right now, which is Straight Out the Woods. It's available on every single outlet that you can go to. There'll be a revamp of the website coming up in the next month as well. If anybody's around Bon Air, Georgia, or in Middle Central Georgia area, Pub 96, December the 13th, I'm gonna be out there with my band, the Dirt Road Kings, and we're gonna rock the house. So I hope you guys can get it, and just continue to follow me on everything that I'm doing, because I really got a lot going on. Got a lot of irons in the fire, and it's gonna be a really exciting year.
Hell yeah, man.
Really
I'm totally stoked, and please make sure that you tag me or the Hiccop page, because after reaching out to you and you graciously giving us your time, I just need you to know when we talked a year ago, this was my follow through.
I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys' time, and I'm thankful for y'all hitting me up to do the little interview and everything.
Yeah,
And
if
there's anything y'all got, any other questions you might want to shoot to me before we get off of here, now's the time.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for
absolutely.
sure.
But yeah, so I will definitely probably on a personal level reach out to you more frequently. And that's open ended. If you need to talk, any suggestions, constructive criticism,
Shoulder to cry on for some
yes,
reason.
I'm that person. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kyle. And if y'all could look up YARDCAll.
YARDCAll.
Yeah.
No spaces.
No
YARDCAll.
spaces.
One word.
One word.
That's
For
me,
sure.
YARDCALL, one word.
Thank you,
and
Kyle.
Special salute to all the veterans today.
Hell
man.
yeah.
Thank you for your
Absolutely.
Thank you to all of them.
Yep.
Hell yeah, man.
Hands down.
Thank you again for coming out on Monday Love, Kyle. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you,
man.
Kyle.
Thanks, Kyle.
Talk soon.
See you soon, man. All right. That was a nice interview.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. Really, really good interview.
Miranda venting. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Imagine Miranda venting.
Never. It would never happen. Okay, so we have
On the waiting
there.
in the.
He's there.
Is he there? Is he there? I don't
he's
see
there.
everything.
He's in the shadows.
So-
I mean,
So
Waiting
we
for
got
you.
Reed Thomas.
Hi, Reed.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh,
Hey.
great, man. Dude, I'm glad to hear you on there, brother. What's going on,
Yay.
man?
Oh, not a lot. Hey, I want to give you guys a shout out on that. That was a good interview.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much.
For sure, for sure. Is he coming through?
I'm not seeing his video.
Yeah, I don't see his video either. You got video
Yeah, I don't
coming?
know what happened. It kept telling me the video couldn't connect.
Oh.
That's new.
Yeah.
So we'll keep talking and we'll figure out that link there.
Yeah,
I'm
did I
ugly to look at. Don't worry about it.
did I accidentally drop the wrong link?
No, I mean he wouldn't be in here if he wasn't. If he didn't have the right link, that might be some other little technical difficulty.
Okay.
Got his audio.
Okay.
Yeah, and I
So,
can touch around here. See if it showed me the two options to connect audio or to connect video, and I hit video and it said it couldn't do it, so I went with audio.
Okay. Well, we got your audio. I'm seeing the video icon, but obviously we're not seeing anything on screen. You could, we could try maybe once just disconnecting and then reconnecting real quick.
That sounds good. I can try that.
Yeah.
yeah,
try that.
because
We'll be here.
I want to see
Just
that
click on
pretty
that same
face.
link or whatever.
Yep. So anyway, we are.
Hey, Miranda,
we
I
are
have a
totally
question.
working. Oh God. What?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
I've got a whole camera dedicated
What-
to the
I
box.
know,
so I
you
might as
got
well
it, yes.
mention it halfway through
Yes.
the show.
So
Hey,
Bill
yeah,
Gibson.
yeah.
Bill Gibson has been nice to loan us his
Wood.
wood, his talking stick, and his lovely wooden box.
That's what I always used to call it, was a talking stick.
So if you guys would check out Woodworking
Talk
by
to
Bill,
this.
Bill Gibson, he is awesome.
Hell yeah, Bill Gibson, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the
So
box.
Wood by
Can't
Bill.
you
wait to
should
put stuff in it.
see. We can't put stuff in it. That's not just heart sunglasses or some shit. Let's fill that up for his sponsors and
Fill up my
sponsors
box.
and
So-
fill the box. Oh,
So is that going to be part of our secret little giveaway soon?
it might be.
Mm.
I'm really
like where you're going.
considering.
I like it. The
I'm-
secret of NIM.
the secret
of
of
boxes.
Dude, are you serious? Did you just drop some
Old
some childhood old
He
school
went
stuff
Oh,
there.
yeah.
with him?
And
He went there.
everybody,
Wow.
I'll sing
our
it.
numbers just went up 30%.
Wow.
The secret of NIM.
Secret
Oh my
of
God,
NIM.
I'm turned in. Mm.
Oh my
MH.
goodness. Yes. It really just went there. All right, thank you, Alan. Alan says he can't hear him, so if we have just
We
audio,
are
it may not
reconnecting
be-
with our boys with Hell Came Home. We're getting
Yeah.
it all figured out.
We
I'm
are-
coming
we are-
home and all hell's coming with me.
So
Yes. Yep.
So talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, hey,
Heard the
ring a
little
ding
chime.
Dong.
Hopefully
And there
we'll
it
get
is.
some.
Reed
hopefully we'll
Thomas
get-
on the phone.
Okay, I gotta
Wait.
unmute him, but I'm still
Unmute,
not seeing.
unmute.
Still not seeing. Picture.
Oh, are
Oh,
you
oh.
there?
Is this gonna be an audio only interview?
Reed.
Reed, you in there, buddy?
I'm in here.
Oh.
Are you in a completely pitch black room with no windows?
Actually, it's very well lit.
Wow, what's going on? Time to upgrade your phone.
I don't
know,
know about. Okay.
Yeah, we're not. So what if can we throw a picture of Reed or Hell Came Home in his place?
Yeah.
Let me see what I got, so
we
people
will-
know what they're.
Yeah. We
They got
will-
their
What the hell they're
new
getting
their
into.
new album
Acclimate.
page.
All right, let
It's
me
got
see.
it's got a little bit of marketing on there and all that.
You talking about the
Just give me a
Eve
second.
of Damnation?
Eve of Damnation
Yeah,
for sure.
I've
Just
seen
keep
that.
talking. Keep talking.
So, hi, Reed. My name's Miranda. You're speaking with Miranda
Hey,
and Joe.
can you see us?
I can see you.
You
Very
can see
good.
us.
Okay, okay.
All
So
right.
she's sitting there trying to
It's
like
so
sign
one-sided.
language to you.
I was
Like
working on it. All right. So,
Guy over here is Joe.
Okay, so hi, Reed.
I've seen
If-
Reed a few times. We've been on stage together a few times.
Okay, so if you could give us any shout out plugs or contact information to be able to reach you at.
Oh, good Lord. Plugs. Anything you can go to at Hell Came Home. That's where we are with Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff.
Okay.
As for contact, we're Hell Came Home at Gmail is a good Gmail if you want to write to us for anything.
Okay.
On our Facebook, I actually have my cell phone number there for bookings and things as well.
For a good time
Yes,
or
he
no?
does.
Or
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
what? Cool. Wait, okay, so you can see the screen. So is that you on screen right there?
Oh, that's me.
That's
yeah.
it.
That's okay. So
Your
there's
voice
no,
sounds so much more pleasant than you look. You look so scary. Look at that big beard and
Yeah.
tattoos.
I'm gonna drop my battle axe.
Okay,
Oh,
so you can see us. Do you see the picture that we're putting up for you?
Yes, he already said yes.
I know,
Yeah.
and you're okay with that picture, and we're good with that.
It's on his
Yeah.
Facebook.
Okay,
That's my profile pic right now.
that's
so.
your
Hell
profile
yeah.
pic.
I'm
Okay,
gonna flip
so
through. I'm just
yeah,
gonna flip
no,
through here.
yeah.
There you go.
Here's the
Check out
filter.
the
There's his
profile
O
pic
face.
and there's
Not the
Go to
old
the full
face.
screen. There's full screen now. I can see really see. I'm gonna give that a like.
Ron,
No, I'm
thank
gonna give that a love.
Oh,
Ooh, hey, don't settle down.
Shoot.
oh, that's me with Nick Bocott.
there we go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh. See, we can make this work. Look
Yes,
at this.
Hell yeah.
absolutely.
This is easy. Astorian Pictures,
There we
Texas
go.
Hippie Coalition.
Really?
Reddit metal.
Pierre.
Was that Pierre's?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Our dearly gone
It's like,
Pierre's.
where's Waldo?
Okay,
so right there, that's everybody except for Andy's not with you guys anymore in that pick, which was a
Right,
great dude.
So-
Okay, I'm
so-
going back to 2017. Okay, abort.
Abort. Okay, so we need a picture with Nathan, Danny, Reed, Jeremy, and Daniel. Correct?
That is correct.
Yes.
Okay. So
Go to the website.
So again, that's hellcamehome@gmail.com if you want to
Can I have my work
book
cut out for me
or
this
have
episode?
any questions. So Alan comes across with you and Alan Helms, all of you guys are going to be hanging out on December 21st. That's at his Christmas blowout, right?
That's right.
Yep. First annual Mid-American Christmas Bash.
Yes, and we were invited to that.
Yes,
so
we was.
hopefully
Yeah,
we
for
can
sure.
meet up with you and snap some pictures.
Beginning
Maybe
to look a lot
do.
like Christmas.
We are not that far past Halloween.
Hell
Not yet.
came right home.
Oh my. Well, I'm not sure where this went. Kind of nervous now.
Wow.
Is that you before you grew the beard?
No.
No.
Okay.
That's your.
There's Nathan.
Wow.
Hey, this is all on your website. If you didn't want us to see it, you
That's
shouldn't have put it
Danny.
Okay, so
Mr. Dunn, if you're nasty.
but
And I'll tell you what, Nathan
we're going-
Richardson, by the way, he is a social media monster. He's everywhere.
there. Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
He absolutely is.
But that's awesome. I wish I could get half my guys to do
picture. I like that.
right?
I like that
Yeah.
picture.
That is a good
That's cool.
picture.
Okay, so let's rewind a little bit. So Hell Came Home has been together since June, July 2014.
Pretty much as the actual band. Yeah.
Is that the new lead singer right there?
Okay.
Can you go through the background of Hell Came Home pulling together and the story behind that? Because I know a little bit of the story, but I'd love for you to elaborate.
Yes, please.
Right on. Yeah, Danny, the singer, and we actually met in Long Beach, California, and we were in a band out there for a while. That things kind of fell apart, and he wound up going back to Muncie, and I moved back to Las Vegas for a while. And really, Hell Came Home was just, I kind of kept antagonizing him about let's record some stuff just so we have some cool stuff, and that was the whole idea. And some of the guys out here in Muncie seemed like they dug the material, so then I came out, we put something together, and we haven't looked back since. It's been
Hell
pretty
yeah.
cool.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So that was so when
is awesome.
when Body Bags had dropped, that was you guys came together, you had became formulated, and you guys were all convicted in your passions. So that was in 2016, and now just Halloween of 2019, you guys dropped the Eve of Damnation. Like, you kept us waiting until Halloween.
Yeah, I'd say we soaked every bit we could out of Body Bags.
Smart. That's awesome.
So but on that album, I believe that's when you guys end up winning the Bears. Oh my God, the house band contest.
Yep, that was the one. Yeah, the house band search that they did. That was pretty badass too. That was a good time going through that. I don't think any of us really thought we were going to win it. We just wanted to have fun and figured it'd be cool exposure.
Oh yeah.
But that's the important part. You want to have fun.
I know that set you up with some really big opportunities. Can you kind of elaborate on any of that?
Well, yeah, they hooked us up with quite a few shows. I think we wound up playing with Avatar at one point.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Through them, and of course we got to do the Parkview Field show. We were supposed to play that first one with Shinedown, and that turned into it was nobody's fault. There was just some delays with the big bands, and we got pushed out, and we understood. So we got to play the next year, and I believe Scott Stapp, and there was a bunch of bands there too, and that was pretty badass playing in the ballpark stadium.
Oh hell yeah.
That's awesome.
That's for sure.
Yeah, they hooked us up with a lot though. Yeah.
Yeah, and one of those you guys, I believe, opened with Seven Dust.
Yeah.
Is that the Three Rivers?
Yeah.
show?
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
awesome. I was really trying to make it up there for that one. That didn't work out for me, but
It happens.
yeah, you got all the
Life.
kids I got.
I did not.
What's
say
that? Oh,
Oh.
I'm on stage playing.
Oh.
That's why I have 0 kids. Not going to tie me down.
I'm so jelly of you, Jason. So jelly.
So, oh Lord.
So we have stock questions
Oh yeah.
that we usually ask.
Stock.
Like, for example, what's
Stalk.
going on
Like,
in this picture?
what's going on? That's
That was
that is an
apparently
exhausted.
for Dan.
Yeah.
Is he asleep?
Oh,
I think
Oh hell yeah!
What are you pointing at? You got a
I
bonus?
was
Oh, she's
pointing
pointing
the-
at his tattoos.
At the logo.
yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Oh no, that's cool.
At the logo.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
God, yeah, I don't even know where that was. I can't remember.
It happens. Okay, so we do have some stock questions that 99% of the time we ask our our interviewees.
Look at got caught slipping earlier.
Slipping, yeah. What is and for you as an individual, not necessarily, you're not speaking as the band, you're not anything.
But
as
if you
far
got
as
good
the-
stories, we'll take that too.
we will. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The most embarrassing moment on stage or at a venue.
Oh wow.
Sorry.
Yeah. About the only thing I can really think of, and it's actually from a long time ago. I broke a string on stage, and that was kind of crazy to get through that. And you know, when you're on stage, you've only got that certain amount of time to go, so you got to jump down, you got to get the string changed on stage, get it wrapped back up, get tuned back up, get back in the song. So
No.
Don't you have a person
no,
for that?
Most embarrassing. Like we've had people say that they had to stiff arm a female off the stage, and we've had people say that they
Were you that female?
almost threw up on the stage.
That's
So like the
hilarious.
most embarrassing moment on stage or at a venue.
God, I don't think I've ever really been embarrassed on stage.
Oh wow!
Oh, I'm
Wow,
jelly.
you are the first.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got any good juice on any other guys on the band? Any you know?
I didn't ask that.
I
You don't-
did.
You don't have to ask.
I did. You'd be like Joe Kemp from the Hallville, but
Go to
those
that
assholes
Hallville. Fuck
always got to dig up
Hallville.
some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
I better let them.
you-
Ow! Dang
totally.
it!
No, totally understand.
sure,
Totally.
for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so as far as breaking a string on stage, what about at a venue? Like maybe you was in a VIP room and something would have happened.
Or the champagne.
Oh, listen,
room.
is
Or it, yeah.
Maybe you
Judgment.
was at the car dealership.
I
and-
d-
Maybe you're in an
I'm not sure.
elevator. This is very specific.
Maybe there was that one time you were at the mall. You remember that one?
Oh
time?
my God. You guys are assholes.
You were at the mall too?
I love my
Whoa!
people.
Who would have thought somebody
I
went to the
totally-
mall?
Somebody poured a slushy on my head.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Reed, I am so sorry. I love you, dude. So sorry. I love you. I love my co-hosts.
I'm not a co-host.
You are.
And Sky Davis,
Background noise.
You are.
I do
you
not have
are.
more kids than the Wayans brothers. Just mentioning that.
That's fair. That,
Well, I
That-
mean, wait,
They got a lot of Wayans in
let's
there.
count. I think there's
I got
4
you.
weigh-ins. How many
Sky-
kids do you have?
holy fuck! There we went.
I've got 4.
You're tied.
Well, actually, I got 6 with my 2 step kiddos. I got it. I've got a basketball team plus a sub.
It
So
happens.
Sky Davis comedy in there.
Well,
Just
how
a
many
real shout
wrestlers?
out. That was funny. Oh, only one wrestler.
Oh, holy shit!
That's for
All right,
sure.
Reed.
The one that's
Reed.
downstairs. That's for dinner.
Reed.
I wish you would have heard that, little punk.
Yeah, where's he
Anyway.
at now?
Okay, Reed.
Oh, anyway, we got Reed
Sorry.
on the line. Let's talk to him.
Diversion. Like
Squirrel.
your yeah. So your most starstruck
that guy again?
ever, like you didn't want anyone to know, but it was like, oh my God, like that is ABC standing in front of me. Like your most starstruck ever.
That's a cool question. I've actually over my life had that 3 different times.
Ooh, tell me. Ooh, please.
The first time I was I think I was like 15 and was at a Metallica show, and it was when they were doing the big in the round, and James came down walking around and he actually high-fived me, so I was like, holy shit.
Ooh.
I thought that was pretty cool. And then the second time when I was living in Vegas, I was like 15. I went and got I'm a huge Danzig fan,
Okay.
and I went and saw them play, and I'd heard all these stories about what a jerk people thought he was. And it was awesome because he came out to the front of the venue and he sat on the steps of his bus for probably about 3 hours straight, just pictures, autographs, shaking hands, taking photos left and right. And I got to meet him there, and that was pretty awesome.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's awesome.
And then,
That's really big. I like that.
yeah. And just recently for us, I think it was the last year, we got to open up for Corrosion of Conformity. And got to meet Pepper Keenan. He's one of my guitar heroes, so that was pretty badass too.
Fuck yeah.
Wow. That is awesome. I'm like so jelly for that one. Absolutely.
Jelly.
Jelly. So jelly. Like, oh my God.
I'm so much like
Oh,
grape
God.
jam right
All
now.
right, since
Yes.
since we don't have video with him, should we show a music video I got queued up? Blanket of Deceit.
Oh,
Should we do
Yeah?
that?
Is that a good
Is that-
video
is that we
for
clear
us,
for that
Reed?
one?
You're good with that,
that's a
Reed?
cool video.
Hell yeah.
Should we play it?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's do that.
Let's
right
do
now.
it.
There we
Let's do
go.
it. Oh, look, I threw me on screen so you could see me.
Oh, there we go.
This is me, kept in the shadows,
Oh.
all by
Olive.
myself. Okay, muting you now.
He really did.
Hey, so Andrew right there. Jeremy Starkey.
Nine p.m. You guys are rocking out at 9 p.m. All right, just a tease.
Yes.
I'll let it play in the
Jeez.
background so that people can imagine him.
Yes,
on stage.
okay, so
Oh,
legitimately looking forward to that Christmas concert now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a bunch of
Nice.
loves during that video. It was like boom,
Oh.
boom, boom, shooting up some hearts.
Hell yeah. Show the love. Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe it was him.
That's cool. It's got a lot of good footage from Pierre's in that video too.
That's awesome. Unfortunately, Pierre's is no more.
I know, man.
And yes, that does suck, but let's move on. Because
That's sex, but let's move
let me
on.
pour some liquor out for them. Let me go old school.
No,
Hey,
don't
you
pour
know,
liquor out.
It's
Not
sad,
in
but
Studio
you know
J.
what? You got the birth of other ones, and I think that's kind of the new world right now. While everybody's trying to figure out how we're going to work with this new music scene, since everything's changing
North,
and how
absolutely.
we adapt to it.
Yep, up north in
You know,
Indiana.
like the Fifth Quarter Lounge. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
It was so underground and small, but it was awesome. Miranda, we love you. We miss you. For sure.
Yeah.
That was an awesome place to play.
Yes, it was. It
And-
was just the vibe and the people in there, and it was just great. It was just great.
Absolutely. But we even have
Nice, good job on that video.
Hell yeah.
oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Ah, thank you.
So if we decide to go over
What are we thinking of?
I don't know.
What's happening?
The hamster fell off the wheel of
What if-
Miranda.
it did. It did. No,
So
no.
let's kind of go into, let's talk about the new album. We had a couple years gap there. What's up with this new album? Talk to us, please.
Well, the material had all kind of already been there. Just life. I mean, for a while there, we were doing a lot of shows. We just kept keeping busy. We were having trouble kind of actually getting time to get to it, and so and then of course we hit some speed bumps along the way with things happening.
Life.
We just finally got into it, dug into it, and we did our own recordings at home, where we all took them home and listened to them, and we beat up what we wanted to do, and just finally got to put it together and put it out. So it's actually been a while in the making.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't describe like how we all feel finally having it done and out and being able to hear it and and share it.
I know. Back in the day, you guys were recording. You know, I believe. I mean, you guys. Andrew had his own studio there for a little bit. And I'm not sure his situation anymore, but I don't believe this album was recorded in Andrew's studio. I think you guys had a new place up north, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we with Dan Middleton, he's got Soundbar Studios in Fort Wayne, and that's we went up there and recorded there, and we had Nick Bocott actually helped produce, so that was pretty badass working with him. And we actually sent everything off to Chris Collier in LA, and he did all the mixing and mastering for us. And he's worked with like KXM, Korn, Whitesnake, Prong.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, he's done some really big work, and he's just an amazing dude too. So we hit it off pretty good with everybody we worked with on this.
That's awesome.
That's
Actually,
super awesome.
one of my viewers has said, "Hey Joe, hey Joe, they remind us of Pantera or Megadeth." So like that's.
They're only saying that because he's wearing a Pantera shirt on the screen. I'm gonna keep this on loop. I'm gonna pretend like he's talking to us while he's playing the guitar like that.
Oh.
What kind of concentration would that take?
No.
Like,
Oh my God, you went there.
Oh, man.
I'm not a
See what I got to
musician,
work with, Reed?
It
I
is.
have no idea if
Ridiculous.
that's the
So
sound it would make.
stressing. Damn it.
I
Sorry.
stink
So
up air guitar.
That's
even.
pretty awesome though. Like Dimebag's my hero guitar player. So
yes,
anybody that thinks we have any Pantera in there, that's awesome.
yes.
Well,
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, we played with you a few times, and I've seen you several more times, and you guys are always a pleasure to see, and your stage presence and what you guys bring, and it's always great. So
I've thought about you a few
Yes,
other
the energy.
times.
there's the one time I pulled up the video. I was by myself.
I was all alone.
There was
I
Misty.
was hot and I was hungry, so
It happens.
that's where the Jello came from.
I'm
How did Jello get? Where the hell did that
That's
come
from like,
from?
that's from like
Oh,
weird
goodness.
science or something.
yeah, weird science.
And
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
he said
weird
something
science.
about the Jello. He's like, "Shut up! I was hot and I was hungry." He's like,
All right,
he's like naked
all right.
with Jello. I don't know.
Jeez.
Oh, that sounds like a new show for you, Jason. Naked with Jello.
I'm gonna
All right,
write that
Reed.
down.
Reed, who? Sorry. Oh my God, there we go. Reed, who out of everyone that you have ever played with or opened up for, who has been the legit most humble group or individual that you've played with when they're like they either kick you down some knowledge or like they are ultimately like, nah dude, come on, go soak this up. Like, if you don't want to say, I understand.
Man, for a cool thing I thought when we played with Avatar, just watching those guys was a lot of knowledge. I was blown away that their singer, the dude's like, I don't know how many rope jumping things he does, but like push-ups, sit-ups, jumping rope, drinking water, all the stuff he did to keep busy and stay fit. And while I'm over here drinking beer and thinking, wow, maybe I should do that.
You're talking about James Cameron, right? Avatar,
Not
right? We're talking about the same thing.
No,
I think we're on the same page.
no.
James Cameron, awesome.
not
Love that guy.
not tall blue people.
Avatar 2 and 3 are coming out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we got
Oh,
some stuff.
whoa.
Okay.
What happened?
Wait, let me start the loop over again.
Where's the loop?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So not just as far as the humble goes. Fuck.
It's like a digital
just
turkey
who
back
the-
here.
Okay.
Wait, is that bass or is that? No, I don't know.
It's guitar.
It's
That's
guitar.
guitar,
Yeah. Yeah.
It
So,
doesn't
Listen,
change the sound it would make.
It probably does. Up there, he wouldn't be like,
Good Lord.
it'd be more like boom, 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 boom.
who
I don't
has
know.
been the most not necessarily humble, because humble is a completely different type of mind frame. Yes, Jason, I did. Who has been like the most down to earth, like the individual who sat down and said, okay, if you focus on ABC, it's it's going to work for you, or the person who has put like a bug in your ear and maybe you went with that way of thinking?
It's we've had a few different of the bigger bands we've played with that have made some remarks about liking what we were doing and how well we would probably do if we could get over the pond, get over to Europe or something,
Right.
Things like that. We've had a few different bands that have done that. I don't want to. I'll keep the names to myself. I don't want to sound like.
Come on, give us an exclusive. Drop some names.
I would
They're
love
not watching.
the exclusive. I would love the exclusive, but I will completely respect your
I won't.
constructive criticism.
Ooh, we got a question from our live viewers here.
Ooh, Saved by the
Okay.
Bell.
So we got Sky Davis.
Hi, Scott.
Nice guy.
His question is, what's the craziest antic a fan or groupie has done to get his attention while on stage
Boobs.
in order to maybe get pulled up to the stage or to get backstage access?
Oh, jeez.
That was a long one.
Well, with me, all it takes is just buy me a beer, really. So,
Oh, you
Dang!
easy.
Oh,
buy
noted.
me a beer, we'll hang out. It's all good.
Hey, buddy, here's a
Yes.
beer. Can I come backstage?
Noted. Okay.
Nervous,
I think
nervous
I
laugh.
think I'm playing. I think that's. I was attempting to play "The Prince" by Metallica on that.
Okay.
Sounds legit. Sounds better than.
Shout
I was
out,
like, I
shout,
guess I could actually turn the sound on.
shout out to Dustin Green from Bombshell, American Bombshell. They're out checking
Oh,
us out
he's
right
up
now.
here.
We'll check
Yeah.
us out.
Wow.
What's up?
Yeah. What's up? What's up?
They're going to be on the show at some point, aren't they?
Yes.
Yes,
Planning.
they are. We're
Yes.
I'm discussing that
Working
right
on
now
it.
as we're speaking.
Really?
Yeah.
What a betrayal to Mr. Reed Thomas on the line here.
It's not a
just
betrayal.
on
No,
your
no,
time, Joe.
I wouldn't say.
I
would not
apologize.
say-
I apologize, Reed. I'm sorry.
Reed,
for him.
I would not say a betrayal at all.
I was just throwing a shouts. He made a comment. I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
mute you. I'm
hello.
going to mute you again.
I would.
Oh my.
Here we go. I would not say it is. I would not say a betrayal at all. What I would say is maybe there needs to be a show with A, B, and C
Look at her trying to set
somewhere.
Oh.
I'm
What?
just, if there happened to be, I wouldn't even call it a festival. I would call it an experience.
There you go.
An experience
Like the Joe Rogan experience.
with American Bombshell, Hallville, Hell Came Home.
Oh.
Like I wouldn't call it a festival.
And I think we got a couple more friends up in Muncie that we could throw in on that group too.
If we're going to Muncie,
Yeah.
you got to let me pick the venue because I wouldn't pick one venue.
Oh. Well, we can pick it. I mean, we got all over the place.
We don't even have to go Muncie. We can go like
Our one friend's changed their name, and I mess it up every time. Mantra.
Mantra.
Oh.
Mantra.
Yeah.
Mantra.
Yeah.
Can you say that again? I always mess it up now. I was so used to the other one.
Mantra. Yeah, it's a Mantra of Morta.
Morta.
Moth-
There we
Morta.
go.
I kept forgetting the last
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
tell you
Cochran's, Jesse Cochran. They killed it. They're a great show, for sure.
Yeah, those guys are tight as hell and solid.
Yeah, they are. Yes, for sure. Great,
Y'all gonna
great,
get
great
them on?
band.
So
You-
tight.
We should definitely get them on. I need to message Jesse and them for sure.
I do, ironically, have a statement from Joe Kelly. He says, "What is your favorite guitar?" His is a Martin. So, what would be your favorite guitar?
Well,
Is it this one on the
Got
screen
it.
right now?
and they're all the Dimebag Daryl Dean ML models.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, I started playing them because of Dimebag, but I do love them. They're nice necks, nice fretboards. They play great. So yeah, the
They're
Dean
usually
MX.
heavy as hell too.
That's
Not in a bad way. That wasn't a bad. Everybody got quiet. No,
Way to
I
make it
mean,
awkward,
that
it's
Joe.
was-
just no.
Go back to talk to American
They're
Bombshell.
solid. They're good guitars. By no means. I was just saying they're. You get some cheap ass
Yeah.
guitars. Sometimes it's like, oh, this is a copy, but they're usually solid and they're heavy. He knows what I'm talking about. It wasn't being me.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Way to go,
I'm
Joe.
not-
Good job, Joe.
Yeah, they're
Good job,
tanks.
Joe. All right, so I was just sorry. I was like scrolling through the questions because I always do a post on
Ooh.
if you have questions for.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
another live question from Joe Kelly.
Okay.
What about a show in Michigan, Battle Creek, or the Music Factory?
Ooh, nice.
That would be amazing. We've actually been trying to get our butts up there, so we need to do that. Does he know anybody we could reach out to?
Who'll be
Hey,
your
Joe
friends,
Kelly, you
Joe?
hear that?
Who'll
You
be
got
your
a
friends?
good promoter or venue? Or, I mean, you say Music Factory.
Anyone that could maybe have a friend of a friend, or I don't know someone, have a phone number, anything like
Yes,
that.
yeah. That would be amazing.
Yep, absolutely. Because I'm like,
Dead air. Good Lord, Miranda, just go
I
pee.
know,
you don't
I'm
have
going.
to. You don't have to text me. Just
Good
like
Lord.
be like, I'm gonna excuse
Please,
myself
I've
while I
got-
tinkle. Okay, bye everyone. I'm gonna switch to your
Bye.
camera
Oh my
while you
gosh.
leave. Bye. Oh, there she
I
goes. She's
love
taking off her
you.
headphones.
like the real.
Oh, she's walking
So-
out of the wide.
So well,
Wait.
so we
let's
got
switch
we got the
wait,
Chris.
there's-
Oh, there we
there
go.
she
Follow her
goes.
around. There
she
you go.
goes. Bye.
Into the bathroom
Yep,
she
close
goes.
that
Oh,
door.
close the door.
That door. Okay.
So back.
Got her. Never done that before. I'm
So
gonna
we
do
got
that again.
the Christmas bash coming. I believe was that December 21st. Allen Helms and. So what about after that? What do you guys got going on? You got any events lined up? Any
Well, actually,
things in the
We've got another show on December 7th in downtown Muncie at the Valhalla for Toys for Tots.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We need to
And we're gonna Demons of Rathica, Cocaine Culture, Quartet 6, and us.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be a killer
Demons,
show.
that's a boys band. I know that. Oh my God, that sucks. I hate when I forget.
Alzheimer's,
gosh.
man. It's a bitch.
I have some timers, man.
So
'cause it's
young.
not all the timers.
There's no T
Hey,
in
they're a
Alzheimer's.
good band too. God, I can't think. Man, that's gonna piss me off, and I'm gonna feel bad when I see him later. I know they were doing Chuck's Place up there.
Oh, right.
Oh my God, yes, because we played with them there, and then I think we played with them again at the ballroom up there in Muncie. I think it was you guys and
Oh, welcome
Demon.
back. Welcome back.
Jason, you're
Oh
dead.
God, there was several. Cocaine Culture.
I bet they smell good.
Good Lord, I don't even know where to go now. That just threw
Yeah,
me all off. Way to go.
oh.
You feel better?
I do.
Did it all come out
It
okay?
did. I'm old.
She
You were in there for a
tinkled.
long
My
time.
shit. Mm-mm.
Holy cow! What is that smell?
I had to like pause the live feed.
Woo!
You're a dick and such a liar.
Why are you turning so red?
I was
What? You
already
did
red.
turn a different color.
Yeah, I know.
That is awesome.
Been a different color since the lights went on.
Well, that's racist, but okay.
Not really.
So what's the date on? You said December 7th for the Toys R Tots of Valhalla.
Yeah. I
Is there
believe
an event page for that?
$5 or bring an unwrapped toy.
Oh, that is awesome. I like that. I'm gonna make
And
sure
where-
to share that.
You said Toys for Tots, and what's the link?
That's at the Valhalla in downtown Muncie. I know there's an event page for it on Facebook that I could maybe I could tag you in it so you can see that too. And
Yeah, that way we
Yeah,
can get that
absolutely.
shared out there, man. Because that's a great opportunity. I always love anything that we can do for kids, and
Yep.
being able to do something with music and do that at the same time. That's amazing, and I am definitely glad you guys are doing that stuff because I love it, and I know the kids will appreciate it, especially all the kids that will be able to have something under that tree.
Exactly.
Because
definitely.
for sure. Oh, is that? Yep, that is it. That looks like it. Is this are you guys still with Cocock? You guys still sponsored by Cocock?
Yeah, we're with what we got: Cold Cock, ISP Technologies, Dirtbag Clothing, Railhammer Pickups.
Cold Cock used to be one of the sponsors of my previous TV show. Love those guys.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah,
it's rockstarmayhemfest.com.
Right on.
Oh, we actually got to play that the Rockstar Energy Drink Mayhem Fest with Slayer, Hell Yeah, King Diamond, Whitechapel.
Hell yeah.
I don't think that's the Toys for Tots.
No, I'm just like flipping through
No,
this.
yeah.
I happened
I
to
was
land
like-
on that.
I'm like confused.
Yeah, then you like drew attention
like,
to it,
damn, that's
what?
a hell of a lineup
This
for
is-
Toys for Tots.
This is from
Hell yeah.
This is from June 30th of 2015.
Oh, okay.
I'm just flipping through. I'm just trying to give us some visuals.
Oh, hell yeah.
Reed, I would absolutely love for Hell Came Home to have an entire interview and put everyone up and be able to talk to everyone. That would be awesome if we can ever work that out.
Yeah.
I agree with you. That would be awesome. We need to work that out.
we'll bug everybody.
He's like, I will never be on this show again.
I'll
It's
never
like,
come back.
oh my god, the girl goes to the
I
bathroom.
had to watch
I go
Miranda walk all the
pee,
way to the bathroom.
Fuck. And no, we watched Miranda walk out of the bathroom.
if we had,
I love my people.
4D.
I love my foundation.
4D.
You had. I'm gonna stop right there. Anyone?
I don't even know what the hell that meant.
I don't
She's
know what's
getting
going
all.
on.
She turned different colors. What the hell?
I turn different colors when the lights go
You're like
on.
an
Are you kidding
octopus.
me?
Octopus, like James Bond octopus.
Yeah.
You have no idea. I am so sorry, Reed. My
Here's a shirtless Reed.
co-host.
Everyone look.
back.
Oh,
Yep.
Full
Ooh.
screen.
See, I'm all about hair.
Are those enhanced
if he's-
nipples or are
if he's-
those
A hand snip.
God given?
do you,
What the-
I'm sorry, Reed. Do you have a
Wait,
significant other?
where is this nipple at? There should be a nipple
Reed,
like
do you
right
have
here.
a
It's under the
significant
guitar
other?
strap.
Yeah,
Is it?
It's under. It's camouflaged.
I
in
don't
there.
know, man. I'm skeptical.
Do you,
Oh, good lord! What the hell? This is music. Why are you? I'm
That's why
sorry.
we
He's
shouldn't
looking
do
at
shots
nipples.
before the
My
show
apologies.
begins.
Yeah, every
Reed, do
time
you have a
Jason does shots, he
significant
This is
looks
a mix
at,
of wine and shots.
at Kick-Ass Guitarist's nipples.
Do you have
Like
a
the next live show, I've got to show you my left nipple. So you,
Okay, yeah.
We gotta
can-
make sure it
yeah.
exists.
Make that, yes.
It's just
absolutely.
exclusive. Make it exclusive.
It was just Photoshop just for that once.
Okay, so Reed, do you
He's
have a
always wearing
significant
shirts.
other?
Very suspicious.
Reed, do you have a significant other?
I do. Yes.
Okay, let's give love to her
On camera,
or maybe him. Whatever, significant other.
her or him, whatever.
I
Whatever you're
cover
into.
both bases. Much love, because had I have not known that he has a significant other, I would have been like, oh my god, he got hair and a shaved chest. That's why I asked
Who are you
if he had a
talking to?
significant other.
That's cool.
It's
That's
so
cool.
it's so quiet right now.
It doesn't. We're ready to where she's
Come
going.
on. Oh, Jason.
No, don't blame this on me.
It was
No,
all
I'm not
you.
blaming-
That was a Miranda Monday.
I asked.
Miranda
he
Monday.
has hair. He has a shaved chest. I said, okay. I've
that is
asked three
true. Let's
times.
go
If you
back to
play
that.
this back,
Look.
if you play this back, three times I've asked.
Look at
do you
all the
have a
hair on his
significant
head,
other?
and yet
It
his
is all
chest
on his head.
hairless,
Yeah,
completely hairless.
and that's
Tell me that's not
fucking
suspicious.
awesome. It's not suspicious. That's fucking awesome.
And
That
he-
is sexy as fuck.
And he doesn't have
So,
video. He doesn't have video
I-
on the Zoom call.
So that's why
Mm-hmm.
I asked if he had a significant other, because I'm all about the hair, shaved chest. Oh my god, if you have a beard, it's
Hair's
like
overrated.
joygasm. Oh my god. So
Oh, there comes the weird
there we
sound.
go.
Oh my god.
There we go. I got
Is it-
blamed for
it-
that.
The
Come on,
tequila is
Jason.
that. What is going on
It
Monday
is.
Love?
Eat your
It
heart
is-
out, little Voldemort.
Yes, little boy.
Anyway,
Reed's
we have
like,
a
what
guest
the
on the
hell
line.
is
Let's talk.
these
let's
guys
talk to
talking
him.
about? Sorry, they see squirrels all the time, even when they're not there.
That's all.
Oh my god.
This is the best / worst episode ever.
Ever.
Oh, whatever. This is awesome interview.
Oh, my
It is
God.
working.
My fingers are
Okay.
getting sore from flipping through all the
Reed.
photos.
He said it's just because his fingers are sore from that. I would believe it's.
Oh my God.
Reed, I am so sorry. Please give us a full interview with the entire band at some other time.
Well, speaking of joygasm, look at that face.
There you go.
There we go. Yes, that's what it is.
Oh.
This looks more like he's getting ready to take a shit. What are you
I-
yeah, there it is.
Inappropriate.
You guys-
Joe. You went too far.
Oh, I went far. You guys
You
are
went-
talking about inverted nipples or something, and
Not inverted. Invisible.
no, somebody actually said that in the live things.
Oh my goodness.
It's Sky Davis again. Is the nipple pierced or inverted? I'm asking
could be.
for myself.
Oh, not a friend. Asking for myself.
That's what he
So-
said.
Yeah. So okay. So Sky is legitimately
It's
asking
Dusty.
a question.
Thanks for tuning in and listening to us talk to ourselves. We appreciate that.
Reed, please give us a full interview with the rest.
How many
of the
times are you
band.
gonna say it? He already
And
said
another-
yes. You're gonna like
I'm
push
just-
him away. You're gonna be like,
I'm
he's
not
crazy,
pushing-
mother.
You are
because
making
he
it
has
awkward.
to be-
We will
I'm gonna
definitely
mute.
make it happen.
You're muting me.
I'm gonna mute Miranda.
He said
Joe, you
okay.
Take it over. Go ahead.
You say it again. He's gonna be like, you know what, Miranda? Kiss my. I ain't doing nothing. She can't listen.
Okay, you're unmuted.
So
Yeah. Miranda was muted
On her own show.
on her
So-
own show. First time, hands down.
a second time.
First down. First time. Yep. First
Second time.
First
Oh,
time.
look, it's studious. Studious Reed.
So,
What are you thinking about in this moment? Do you remember what you were thinking about in this moment?
why did I do this interview?
Is that a Snapchat filter with the glasses, or are those real glasses? How's your
Yeah,
vision?
no, those are real glasses.
Okay. What were you thinking about, though? Do you remember?
Jeez. At the time, I really
Jeez.
don't.
I mean, this was only August of 2013. You don't remember what you were thinking?
Holy fuck! 2013.
Yeah. I'm going back. I'm going back into the archives,
I
man.
ate too much Velveeta.
Look,
is
he's
what
gonna
I'm
walk across-
thinking.
He's going to walk across the stage.
Oh my God!
You
no
know,
more
you're
shots
having you're
before
having
inter-
too much fun. with
No
it.
more
this is
shots
ridiculous.
before podcast.
Next time you come on the show, Reed, please have video.
Yeah, I can figure that out. Definitely.
Oh, good Lord. So, so we're getting kind of late on our time. Is there any plug-ins before we go? Any last minute shout outs to any people, anybody?
Oh, good Lord. Yes. I'll just put it I'll just say a big shout out to the whole Muncie scene. There's so many bands and people we play with out here, especially, that are such good people and good musicians. And we got kind of a little tight knit family going. So other than
I
that-
would agree, man. Muncie does have a great music scene, for sure.
yeah, there's a lot of good people, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
they are. Yeah, I always enjoy playing up there. It's always a great time.
That's awesome. I'm all about solid foundation.
They do. I mean, it's a great foundation. A lot of really kick-ass bands right around the area. A lot of support from everybody there. It's great. He is still playing on.
I'm intently listening.
What else am I going to do back here?
Oh, what you usually
I have
do?
to entertain the masses.
You are.
You think
yes.
I got a cushy job back here, but
No,
like,
I
I got
never
a lot of
said
pressure.
cushy job. Are you kidding
Just
me?
keep talking to him. It's fine. Ignore what's
Reed,
happening on the
thank
screen.
you so much for lending us your time.
Not a problem. Thank
And-
you for having me.
Yeah, for sure,
Absolutely,
man.
for the information you have shared with us. Please, by all means, kick us down some knowledge in our PMs and DMs. That would be amazing.
Same thing.
Right on.
Yeah, for sure.
You just say DM.
D-
This isn't
DM is
MySpace, it's not
Instagram.
PM.
You said MySpace.
It's all
Did you really say
DM.
MySpace?
They're all direct messages.
It's Facebook
Oh,
is
speaking
PM,
of him taking a shit,
and you did not.
this is clearly that's what's happening in this photo, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I was caught. It's like
Okay.
that's the frown. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Busted.
really?
You're like, Mom.
I'll be out in a minute.
I told you, leave me alone while I'm vacuuming.
That's what Miranda looked like last time I took the camera in there.
It was. Like
Minus the bandana.
all the fucking reins have been given to y'all. Run with it. Shit.
Oh, good Lord.
This is hysterical.
So,
I'm so sorry.
Reed, thank you so much. And again, man, continue to be rocking it out with Hell Came Home and everything you guys do.
It's like Grumpy Cat right here.
It's definitely a pleasure to have you on the show. I hope our shenanigans wasn't too crazy tonight.
Not at all. I enjoyed the whole interview process, and like I said, I enjoyed your interview before me too. That was pretty good.
Oh, right
so-
on, man. Cool. We
had
definitely
video.
appreciate
Thank you so
you, man.
much.
Yeah, video.
Thank you so much, Reed.
He's he's not talking shit, Reed.
Please
That's probably,
make
we should probably test out that stuff beforehand, huh? That's a lesson for us to.
That starts at 7:00 in the evening. Just saying.
So again, man, thank you again so much. We'll definitely be hitting you guys up again soon.
Yes.
Maybe even setting up some shows and stuff very, very soon. Again, thank you from all of us here at Monday Love.
Again.
Absolutely.
From Miranda.
I keep watching him
and
do pictures and
Joe,
it throws me off.
And from me.
Yay.
Olive.
Hello.
Yay!
Hello.
And I'm
There's
mute
our
again.
Olive.
Hi. I'm taking a shit right now. Just kidding, I'm not.
Thank you so much, Reed, for your time and consideration.
It was a
was
fun
thank you.
podcast. It was fun.
And patience.
Yes.
So
Patience.
again, make sure you guys check out Hell Came Home December 7th at Valhalla for the Toys for Tots show, and December 21st at the Christmas Bash.
Absolutely.
And as soon as we get more shows, we will share the links. And
Yep.
so, all right.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Shareed. Thank you so
No problem.
much. That's
Thank you for
amazing.
having me. You guys have a good night.
You,
You
as
too,
well.
buddy.
Thank you,
Take
Dad.
care, brother.
We apologize for everything.
Everything. Yes.
All right, bye.
Yeah. So thank you to Reed. Thank you to Kyle this evening.
Yeah, Yard Call. It was a great interview. Had a lot of good insight. I thought he was really dope. It was
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
conversations.
Absolutely. So everyone, make sure you like, follow, subscribe. What am I missing?
Like, follow,
subscribe, share.
rate, review.
And start looking for our new
Review.
giveaways that's coming soon.
Yes.
Give
Yes.
them out.
We are
Oh, yeah.
absolutely going to have
Oh, yeah.
giveaways coming soon.
Better come really fresh.
So guys, everyone, thank you so much. And Problems 812 is going to take us out.
Wait, what's in the box?
Bill Gibson, we're working by Bill.
Wood.
Word working by
Word.
What's in the box?
Wood.
Okay.
Bye guys.
Hey, thanks for coming out again for
Bye.
Monday Love.
Bye. We apologize. for
Bye.
everything. Just kidding. We don't.
Nothing.
On my grave, I'm not going underneath. Call it love.